Well, hello, everybody. It's Super Jesus Jackson back at it again with yet another video. This time we're talking about Taylor Swift. She's probably the biggest female artist of all time, besides Beyonce, I would say. Just crazy the amount of success and achievement she has achieved. Wow, great. Good going there, Super. That's fantastic. Jesus Christ. Those of you who watched my videos know that I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift. I've covered her in the past on my channel, and by that I mean like once. Twice if you count this Rick Beato video that I made, but it's not really about her music, I guess. But yeah, go check that video out. That was a pretty popular video that I did. But way earlier in my YouTube career, I did a video on Lover. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Super, why did you title this video, the way that you titled it, What, is this song that you're going to talk about the best? Is this the only good song that Taylor Swift has? When you talked about Lover in the past, and yes, Lover is in the corner. I'm going to put that song in the corner. It is just, it's there, it exists. It's an amazing song. I think it's a masterpiece, but we're going to put that right over there. Because really, there's like, I don't know, maybe 3 songs that I enjoy from Taylor Swift's discography. And really, actually, now that I think about it, wow, this video is just falling apart, the whole premise, because her first album, Fearless, I actually kind of enjoy. I think it's a fine album, kind of a classic, I guess, at this point. There's like Love Story, right? I think that's one of them. That's a good song, I can't think of anything else. There's a couple of other ones, like Blank Space is a fantastic song, I think. What else? I Know Places. That's a song that I dig, not as much as the song that I'm going to talk about here in this video. But, yeah, A Cruel Summer is okay. And then there's another song that I'm going to talk about maybe in another video. It's the most underrated Taylor Swift song, I think. But this song right here, I think, is just phenomenal. So, what song, you may ask? Well, what song are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about Wildest Dreams from her 1989 album. Oh boy, this song, I think, I don't think I've met a girl in my life that doesn't enjoy this song, that doesn't recognize this song as a great song. I think this song is a great example of how much influence Taylor Swift has and why she is so influential. Now, obviously, she's been, she's much more sophisticated than just this song, for good or bad, for better or for worse, whatever. But it's true, I've always said this, Taylor Swift should become an author, a poet. She should probably do that more than she does singing and music. But, God, I'm going to get so much hate. I already said that, but you can't hate me, okay? I'm making a video praising Taylor Swift while at the same time, showing just how much I don't care about her music. But, we might get into that, we might not. But what we're going to do here is listen to the song, and we'll talk about it.
He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever.
All right, I'm sorry. I just have to say this, you might be asking yourself, why do you not like Taylor Swift? Why, right? And I don't think I've addressed it, here and there, maybe from time to time, but I think her singing is just so mediocre. It's nothing special, nothing special to me. I don't think her technical ability is very special. I don't think the timbre of her voice, the essence of her voice it's not compelling. There's so many other female artists out there whose voice is like, 10 times better. And like, they're not where Taylor Swift is at. It's just like, it just really bothers me, but she can carry a tune. But hey, I don't know. A random person on the street can carry a tune, and it's fine, Jesus Christ, I'm getting a little worked up here, but the verses here also aren't, you know, amazing either, but you know, the songwriting is, you know, but it gets better, and I think, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. Here we go.
But this is gonna take me down. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well.
I like this pre-chorus here.
As it begins, my one condition is say you'll remember me standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams.
Love it.
Wildest dreams.
All right, so the chorus is absolutely amazing. It is very transcendental. It just takes you. It's very dreamlike. It's fantasy-like, right? It's exactly like what the song is about, and I think the way that she was able to Jack Antonoff and Taylor Swift. I think, was it Jack? No. It was who was it? God damn it, I can't see. But she co-wrote this song, I believe, with someone else. I gotta find this out. I mean, we all know she's a songwriter here, but oh no, Max Martin. Okay, Max Martin. Yep, he's one of the most prolific songwriters ever. Ooh, I like that cover there. Okay, Shellback. I don't know who that is. Anyways, he was probably the producer of it. Max Martin and Taylor Swift. Amazing chorus here. Just carries the metaphor, the elements, the themes of the song, you know, lyrically. It you know, the song, you know, echoes those themes. The instrumentation of it, and I think her vocal melody in the chorus is brilliant as well. Her little, you know, you know, it's literally like someone, you know, being like, like that, you know, like that feeling that a girl has, you know, when she's, you know, just swept off her feet, you know, and just completely, you know, in love, feeling all the butterflies, you know, that basically the Aladdin, Aladdin, what he does when he's thinking about Jasmine, you know, basically that, you know what I mean? Like the sort of the facial, you know, like what he's feeling, you know, right there. I'm going to put that gif right here. That is what I'm talking about. And that is what this chorus is. And it's just absolutely brilliant. It makes sense why it resonates with females a lot, right? I love this chorus. And, you know, it's a very generic chord progression here. You know, there's nothing special, but it's a great chord progression. And it's even better when you employ a very, you know, an engaging chorus. Oftentimes, you know, you can get away with having a very average, lackluster chord progression if your chorus is fantastic. And this is, I think, a little bit higher than just an average, mediocre chord progression. Like, honestly, like 90% of her music is or just basic, you know, almost even borderline lower than average chord progressions. They're just so basic, you know, just your typical, you know, chord progressions that just like they're not clever, you know, they're not interesting to listen to. They're just boring. They're boring. And that's the thing that really frustrates me with Taylor Swift is like, it's just her music is just so mundane, dude. And her latest album, The Poets Department or whatever the hell it's called, it is like 30 songs or something of just the same. It's the same song. Like literally, like every single song is just boring. Like it's just boring, you know, and it just bothers me. And, you know, I know her songwriting, her lyrics can be good or whatnot, but, and so that's what I'm saying is like, maybe she should just focus on writing, you know, maybe you should just release a book, Taylor, you know. But then you have songs like this, right? Or a song like this, Wildest Dreams, where, yeah, it's got that basic chord progression in there, but it's still, I think, a better chord progression than most of her other songs. And it's a great chorus, and it's fantastic. And it's that sweet spot. You know, there's people who can do it, like James Bay. James Bay is a guy who can write a song with a basic chord progression that everybody uses, and it's nothing new, and it's generic and basic and kind of boring, but he makes it interesting somehow, you know, and so, and I think they did it here with this song.
said no one has to know what
Like
we
the
do. His
production
hands are
here.
in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever.
Sound.
But this is getting good now. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our very last kiss, my last request is,
Oh God.
say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. Say you remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again.
Before she goes into the third act here of the song, I just love those strings and love the piano swells in the chorus. It's so full, you know. And honestly, a lot of this is because of the production of Max Martin and the other guy that I don't remember, Shellback, I believe. Fantastic job. It really, that's to them. Taylor Swift is not doing all this production. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm sure she approves it. You know, she's like the executive producer of it. But like, I'm just saying, you know, I'm sure she is very, very guilty of the songwriting here, and guilty not in a bad way, in a great way, because the song is really good. So I'll say that. I just love it has this fantastical nature to it, right? Which is, you know, exactly like what the song is about, you know? And I think to a certain extent, you know, like it's kind of what I said in the beginning where, you know, Taylor Swift resonates with women a lot because of her themes and this, you know, it's she really makes music for all kinds of experiences that women have, you know, whether it's broken friendships, broken relationships, good relationships, bad relationships, you know, insecurity, you know, ego, empowerment. Like she really embodies, you know, the female in all of its form, you know, like, and that's awesome, you know, and obviously even in real life, you know, outside of her music, she's very inspirational to entrepreneurial women and stuff like that. Right. So that's really cool, you know. I don't like that. Still doesn't mean that, you know, that I have to like her music, because I think her music is fairly, like I said, mediocre and just boring. But you know, I mean, it resonates and it makes sense because women, a lot of women. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. But you know, I find a lot of women that like Taylor Swift, you know. They like to read books and shit, right? They like words, they like narrative, they like story, and Taylor Swift gives that in the music. And oftentimes, the lyrics and the story take precedent over the music. You know, so the music is just the most basic. It's like it's like the bottom of the barrel. Like, you know, in order for this to be classified as a song, you know, here's a melody and here's a chord progression and here's a song. But really what we care about is the story and the lyrics. So this is what I'm saying is, like, I just wish Taylor Swift just stopped making music and just focused on writing because like her shit would sell like gangbusters. But like, you know, it's like, and even then I think she's a great songwriter, even lyrically, but I think actually when I listened to her latest album, wasn't that great either. But and also because I think she's running out of ideas. Honestly, I think you can't tell me a 30-song album, you know, or a 20+ song album, whatever, is where you can't tell me every song there is great. And on top of the fact that she has just been she was releasing like album after album after album. It's so gross. Like, it's just like such an insult to the creative, process. Like artists like Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, they take years to make their songs, to make their albums, and then Taylor Swift's just over here making album after album, and everything's great. And it's no, that's just not okay. It's not right. It's just, God, I think this is like the most interesting video I've made because I'm like shitting on something while at the same time praising it. It's just so interesting. But anyways, back to the lyrics of the song and the themes of it. Obviously this is a very, almost teenagery type of song, right? It's the girl liking the bad boy, and he's a dick, and he leaves her. But she kind of like almost has this, simpy-ish attitude to it, where it's like, well, I least, I want to like, I know that you're going to leave me. I know that you're a bad boy, and I know that you're not good for me, but, tell me that at least you're going to give me a good time. You know what I mean? Like, and not even just, the good time that like what we think of a good time, like, no, it's just like, at least lie to me, at least like, at least give me the fantasy, of like you being the man of my dreams, of you being the perfect guy, like that sort of thing, and that's a universal thing. I mean, hey, I've experienced that too with women in my past where it's like, I know that you are terrible. I know that you and I are not supposed to be together, really. I know that you don't even like me. But can we at least pretend, just one day, just once, that you're perfect for me and that I'm perfect for you and that you love me and that this is right. Can we just enjoy this, just for once, like I've dreamt that too, that's not exclusive to just women. But the whole bad boy thing, obviously that's very, that's female stuff, and so, it's easy to see obviously why she resonates so much with young women and even older women with her other songs that she has now, right? So she's really evolved as an artist. She's grown with her fan base, which is really interesting, and that's really cool. Just wish the music was better.
Even if it's just pretend. Say you'll remember me. Staying in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, baby. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just pretend. Just pretend. Dreams even if it's just in your wildest dreams
Good stuff there. Good stuff. Yeah, that's my favorite Taylor Swift song besides Lover. I love this song. I loved it back with my first girlfriend. She loved this song, and I could tell it really resonated with her. It was kind of this thing where I wasn't, the best person that I should have been for her. There's some things I regret, and stuff like that. But she also wasn't perfect. She didn't end up being the perfect girl that I thought she was, and stuff like that. So, we both had our flaws and stuff like that. But at this time, I remember she showed me this song, and I could tell that it was, she was being vulnerable with me. She was sharing something, because I think it's a vulnerable thing, for a woman to admit to a guy, hey, I like this song with this specific narrative, and this is, it's not the best thing in the world for like women to be attracted to the bad guy or to almost kind of have this simpiness to like a dude that is not great for her. I think in a way she was potentially trying to say something too, and like, you're the guy, like you're not this bad boy, you're not like this womanizer guy, but like, and you don't like, treat me like shit, like in like, to the nth degree or anything. You're not like the most stereotypical bad boy or whatever, but like, you're also not the best person all the time, and you've hurt me before, but this is what I want. This is my fantasy, you know, like, and can you fulfill that fantasy in a real way? You know, can it not be my wildest dreams? You know, like, but also I love you, so can it be a wild dream? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I want this to be my reality, but at the same time, you know, I wouldn't mind if you could give me at least, you know, a wild dream, you know, from time to time, you know, just, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Probably not. But that's how I took it, at least. Right. And I remember liking the song at the time, even, although I was kind of still weary of Taylor Swift, but, I have a great appreciation for this song and its themes and stuff like that. And, I think, you know, if you're a guy, I think, you know, you should appreciate a song like this. I really do. It's beautiful, and it's a little glimpse into the way of, into a female's mind, you know, to a woman's mind. And, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's, men have their fantasy, right? And, you know, it's a yin and yang here, you know what I mean? Like, appreciate it, just appreciate it, understand it, you know, and see the beauty in it. See the youthfulness in it, see the idealness of it. Is that a word? I don't know. It's kind of that unrequited love type of thing, you know, like it's always endearing to hear those stories, you know. It's you know, it creates a lot of beautiful sympathy, you know, for someone, right? So anyways, those are my thoughts on Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams. It is the only great, good, whatever Taylor Swift song besides Lover, and a couple of other ones, but this is my favorite. But let me know in the comment section below what you have to say. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have a new take that like, do you have a different take than I do? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Hopefully we can have a very thoughtful and engaging, and I can't think of a better word, but those two words should suffice. Hopefully we can have a good discussion down in the comment section below. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. But you know what? I feel like, whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Give this video a like if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, you beautiful creature. But I think that's it for me. You all take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.